Hey guys, so in this video, we're gonna focus on financial plans. What are financial plans? Are they important? If you are an investor, if you're a person who's starting out in your finances right here, right now, should you focus on creating a financial plan? So if you want to know more about what a financial plan is, check this video out. So hi guys, so in this video, we're gonna focus on financial plans. What are they? How do you benefit from them? What are the pros and cons of doing a financial plan? And why do you need to put such emphasis on it first before putting your money in any investment? Because a lot of people want to invest in stocks. A lot of people want to enter and start their own business. A lot of people want to do real estate. They want to do bonds. They want to go into Bitcoin. They want to trade the forex markets. But a lot of them are legit investments. Don't get me wrong. At the end of the day, as long as you're investing in something that's legit, as long as you're investing in something that's legal and something that is not a get-rich-quick scheme, then probably, most likely, that investment is something that will do very, very well for you. And as you all know from the previous videos that I've created, it's not about the best investment out there. It's all about the best investment that fits you, because at the end of the day, real estate will work. You can make money off real estate. At the end of the day, the stock market will work, bonds will work. But why do some people lose money in businesses? Why do people lose money in the stock market? Why do people sell too quick when it comes to investing in mutual funds, in UITFs, or whatever asset class that are out there? Those asset classes work. Mutual funds work, UITFs work, index funds, ETFs, REITs, stocks, they all work. Again, it's never about what the best investment is. It's all about what the best investment is that fits you. So you need to find out, you need to figure out what are those investments. How does that play into the grand scheme of things? So the main narrative of why I'm making this video is that so you do not, before you put in your money, you set out the plan first. So what basically is a financial plan? So here's the thing about that. When it comes to finances, when it comes to your investments, you need to put a name to every peso that comes your way. So a financial plan is basically a goal. A financial plan is basically something that you will need your money later on in the future, meaning it could be for retirement. And please remember this, there's such a big misconception when it comes to retirement that people always think that retirement is always you hit 60, SSS kicks in, you're forced already not to work anymore. People think that's retirement, and that's not retirement. That's you ending your career already. But what I mean by retirement is not a function of age, but it's you having enough savings, having enough investments that if you stop whenever you want, if you stop working, you stop active income, your sources of savings, your assets will be enough, or at least the systems that you have produced will be enough to be able to support you. It will be enough that you have that you don't have to physically work for you to be able to earn, or you don't need to have an 8 to 5 job, or you don't need to swap a lot of time for you to be able to earn money. And that's what retirement is. Retirement is you living life at your own terms. Retirement is you following the things that you're more passionate about. So how do you begin? How do you do that? A goal could be, when you're making a retirement financial goal, it's basically this: I want to set 10 million pesos, I want to set 20 million pesos, I want to set 100 million pesos, I want to set 50 million pesos, I want to set 5 million pesos. Regardless of what that amount is, it's something that you have to define. It's something that you have to set. So what does that mean? If you're 36 years old and then you say, I want to have 10 million pesos for my retirement by 40. So that means that the variable there is this: I need 10 million pesos. I'm 36. I need to get it by 40. So that means I have 4 years. It will be a reality check for you also, that kaya ko ba yun? Am I able to get 10 million pesos in the next 4 years based on the income that you have, less the expenses that will be reduced from the income that you have based on the current savings that you have as well? And one way for you to accelerate it is basically taking a lot of risk. The higher the risk, the higher the reward. The higher the risk, the greater the chance for you to be able to make money. The higher the risk, the greater the volatility, the higher the chance for you also to be able to move faster towards you hitting the goal. But that you have to remember this: since personal finance is personal not everyone can withstand the risk. Not everyone can withstand the volatility. That's why I always say the stock market, I believe, should be for everyone. But in reality, it's not also for everyone, because not everyone can take the risk. Not everyone can take the volatility. We've already seen it since March. There's been a lot of volatility based on the uncertainty. So there will be people who could not tolerate that uncertainty. There will be people who could not they can't basically take it. It's not something that is for them. So what does that mean also? If your retirement is, say, 40 years old, and then you cannot take the risk, it means that you have to find other alternatives for you to be able to invest in. So for retirement, that's one goal. Then you also have education. That could also be one goal. Then you also have travel goals, that you want to say that by the time I hit 45 years old, I want to travel to this country, this country, this country with this budget on a regular basis. So that's what financial planning really is. That's what investment planning really is. It's you putting a name to whatever goal that will come your way. And please remember this. These are the things that you need to remember when you start making your goals. So when you start making those investment goals, the longer the goal, the more risk you can take, and you don't need to put a lot of money yet. I repeat. So if you're 36 years old, the longer the goal, sabihin natin, retirement, 60 years old. 36 years old, retirement, 60 years old, that's still relatively 24 years from now. Meaning, in that 24 years, you can take more risk. But because you're taking more risk, you don't have to allot a larger part of your portfolio, a larger part of your cash flow to that particular investment right now. So something like that. But for example, you want to say, my goal is I have a kid. My kid's gonna go into college in the next 4 years also. So that's not really a 1-year goal, but it's something that's a goal for the midterm. It means that you need to put in more money into that. But above and beyond putting in more money into that, the risk that you're taking versus the retirement goal, you cannot take as much risk anymore. Why? Kasi mas malapit na kailangan mo yung pera. And as what I mentioned, the shorter you are towards that goal, the lesser risk you need to take and the more money that you need to put in. So one short-term goal that you could say is, I need to build an emergency fund that will give me 500,000 pesos in the next year or so. So meaning, that emergency fund, you don't put that in stocks, you don't put that in forex, you don't put that in Bitcoin, because since it's an emergency fund, you may need the money anytime. And since you want to build it up over the next year, a large chunk of your money should go there. Meaning, if you're earning 100,000 pesos and removing all of that expenses, you're left with 50,000 pesos. And you start to compute, meron na akong 40,000 I need to hit 500,000 in the next year or so. So that means you can check, is this enough? I have 50,000 surplus per month that I can put in. Oh, pwede pala kasi 50,000 times 12 is 600,000. So what will you do? You have 40,000 left. So 600,000 yung disposable income mo for the remaining year. So kailangan mo na lang bunuin is basically 460,000. So 600,000 minus 460,000, 140. So 460,000 you put for your emergency fund, and then the remaining 140, that's what you can put to fund your medium-term goals and then your long-term goals as well. So if you notice the logic, you put in more to your short-term goals, whatever they may be, you take less risk on it. Then the long-term goals, you take smaller amounts for it, whatever's left for it, and then you take more risk, because at the end of the day, you will be compensated for the amount of risk that you take. You will be compensated na if you take a longer amount of time for you before kailangan mo yung pera. And since retirement 24 years, okay pa yun. Why? Because the market is down right now, and that's what I've been saying. If you are investing and then your time horizon is very, very long, and then the market is down, you invest based on your financial plan. You can actually say that, sige, I'm investing. My trigger point is my financial plan. I'm buying right now because I don't need the money for the next 24 years. I can withstand the volatility. Then, by all means, this is a time for you to start investing. So when people are saying that this is the best time to invest for long-term investors, yes, it's for people who have a financial plan, that they already know what they're supposed to do with their money, that they already know also that, hey, because everything is bad right now, everything isn't as rosy, this is the best time for me to be able to allocate for my future. This is the best time for me to allocate for my money that I will use when I hit 60 years old. And the reason why I'm saying this is a lot of people invest, but they don't have any plans. A lot of people invest, but they just want to gain money. Don't do that. Invest for you to be able to hit your goals. Don't invest just merely to double your money. Don't invest just merely to get rich. Please remember, doubling your money, getting rich is just a byproduct of you hitting your financial goals. Plays a larger part for you hitting your goals above anything else, and that's one of the most important things that you're supposed to do. So the stock market for me is basically this. Number one, it's one of the best ways for you to grow your money over the long term. The stock market for me also is a good source of cash flow. Why? You can buy stocks with dividends. So what does that mean? If your goal is to have cash flow, then your strategy there will be, I will buy stocks that have high dividends, and I will use the cash flow for me to live off the operations off of it. Now, if your goal is growth, then you buy stocks for the long term. You buy growth stocks, and then you don't touch it. You don't be scared because even if there's volatility. So if you look at it from that perspective, then it doesn't look as scary anymore. Because why doesn't it look as scary? Because you are trading, you are investing based on your goals. You are investing in long-term stocks because you are trying to treat a long-term goal. You're investing for the short term because you want cash flow from the dividends that you will get from it. And all of a sudden, when things get bad, you're not scared because you're just sticking to what your plans are. I hope you guys got a lot from this. I hope this is something that helped you. As you all know, I've been creating so much videos about content like this because a lot of people over the past few months have been scared also about the volatility, which is rightfully, I guess you can't undermine people's emotions, because at the end of the day, it's still hard-earned money. But what will protect you, what will hedge you, what will help you in times of uncertainty is just sticking to your financial plan. So an assignment that you can do, I hope you do this. So this is not something that I do to impose on people, but what you can do right now is go to a sheet of paper and Excel, then write it down, or you can put it in the comment section. What are your goals? I hope you segment it. No, short-term goals are something that is less than a year. Mid-term goals are something that you can put 1 to 3 years, at least 1 to 5 years. Long-term goals are something that's more than 5 years. But for me, in my personal opinion, I like goals that are more than 10 years for my long-term goals, because these are something that I can take as much risk on. These are something that I can take as much exposure, and I don't have to be scared, because that goal is still a great way off still, and that's what will give you the peace of mind, especially when things are not so good, when things are a bit scary. So assignment, write down your goals, put an amount to it, put a specific number of years, and then put the risk that you're willing to take for it as well, because preparation time is never wasted time. Preparation time is something that will protect you when times go bad as well. And I said this in so many videos. I was preparing for my wedding fund. I didn't have a girlfriend yet, and that's how you do it. You prepare for bad times when there's good times, so that when bad times happen, you have money that was left over from the good times to protect you. So I hope you guys got a lot from this. If you're new to this channel, I make daily videos about this, basically investing, and basically things that will help you reach your goals for financial freedom. I'm Marvin Germo. I'm a stock market trader and investor, and the main goal of why I make daily videos on this channel is so that I can educate you, teach you, and show you the right rudiments on how you can invest and use the stock market to help you reach your goals of financial freedom. So if you have not subscribed yet, I would appreciate it if you could just press the red button right over there, right below. Press that subscribe, and then beside it is there's a bell. Click that so that every time I make a video, you would get updated every time it would come out. And this would help the YouTube algorithm so much if you could smash the like button, you could smash the thumbs up button, so that the YouTube algorithm shows that, oh, a lot of Filipinos are interested about financial planning, a lot of Filipinos are interested about investing. So there, if you want to know more about this, links are down below about my 5 books about investing in the stock market, fundamental analysis and technical analysis, and the online courses that I have with Chinkitan and Sean C. So that's it for now. This is Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.